Shalom Uvracha, welcome to Shar Bet HaMidrash Shar HaEmet. Today, Be'ezrat Hashem, we in short going to learn about the Tkiyot Shofar, blowing Shofar on Rosh Hashanah. As I heard in our community, expanding community, Baruch Hashem, many people they learn how to do Tkiyot, and I'm not sure if many of them know exactly how to do Tkiyot, so therefore I'm making this a crash course, how to make proper way Tkiyot on Rosh Hashanah. First of all, where do we learn that we have to do Tkiyot? In Mishnah, Masechet Rosh Hashanah, Daf Lamed Gimel Amud Bet, Mishnah says we have to do Troah, there's a mitzvah to do Troah, and we learned from Pasukim that it says in the Torah, Yom Troah Yelachem. In another pasuk it says, "Va'amiru shofar Troah choratzechem." It's about the Yovel, and there is another pasuk that talks about Troah. So 3 times in Torah it says word Troah. Yes. So what's called Troah? Mishnah says Troah shlosha yevavot. Yevava. The word Yevava, Rashi says, Shlosha kolot be'alma. It's like a short voices, 3 short voices. So according to Rashi, Rabbi Shlomo Yitzchaki, Troah, it's 3 voices. That's 3 voices called Troah. So Gemara says, Troah has to have a simple voice before, Pshuta lefanea, and Pshuta le'acharea, the simple voice after. The simple voice we would call Tekiyah. So Tekiyah would be like tu. You understand? Then Troah would be like tu, according to Rashi, 3 times. Just simple, very short voices. And there is another Tekiyah afterwards, simple voice, tu in the end. So it becomes tu. That's called what Torah asks to do from us, Troah. And Gemara brings Pasukim, how do we learn that the Tkiyah should be before, how do we learn that Tkiyah should be after? There are 2 teachings in the Gemara. We're not going to go into this issue, but now the practical issue, how to do this whole issue. In order to understand it, I'm going to draw on a board here a diagram, so people could see and understand how it works. First, we're going to say Shitat Rashi. According to Rashi, as we said, first explanation, Troah, it's 3 simple voices. We will do like this, 2. So Tkiyah, according to Gemara, a simple voice before, which is Tkiyah, and simple voice after, also Tkiyah, they have to be equal, those 3 voices. Meaning, the time frame, how much going to take to blow those 3 voices, it should be exactly this. 1, 2, 3. Meaning, over here you should be able to fit 3 voices. Just a second. Yeah, I'll show you how to do it on shofar also. We'll do it with a red pen so you would see. 1, 2, 3. According to Halacha, you could prolong it. There's no problem. But minimum, you have to do 3. Since the Troah is 3, a minimum of Tkiyah has to be 3 also. Before and after. Now, another explanation in the Gemara, that the Troah, whatever Torah told us to do Troah, it's not really simple voice, 2. It might be a longer voice, which called Shvarim. Okay? Now, Shvarim, we would do this picture to Shvarim.
According to who?
We'll see. According to Rashi now we learn. So, according to Rashi, again, Gemara says this called Troah, or Gemara says this called Troah. Now, this voice is longer than simple voice like 2. This is like 2. You understand? How many seconds those should be? Each of them. So each of them should be not more than 3. Meaning, the time limit of them should be at least 2, but if you do 1, it's going to be this way. So you have to do minimum 2, but not 3. Because if you, according to Rashi, going to make this voice 3 of tkiyot throughout inside, so it becomes tkiya according to Rashi. Do you understand that?
Second shvarim?
Yes. If you do shever with the 3, like this, so it becomes tkiya, so it's not good. So according to Rashi, shevarim has to be made very, very short. Tut, 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 like tut, 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 tut. That's inside. You don't do actually tut, tut. I'm just saying to you how much in a shever, what's the time limit you should be spending with the shvarim. You understand that? So it's according to Rashi like this. Some say Tru'ah that Torah commanded us to do, it's actually both of those. It's a set. You do Tkiyah, just a second. You do Tkiyah, then you do Shvarim. Shvarim from the word Shever, which means broken voice. Broken. I'll explain you why. Then you do Tru'ah, and you do again Tkiyah. So according to Rashi, the size of tkiyah, of the simple long voice, should be as a size of tru'ah. In first case, that's what called tru'ah. In second case, this what called tru'ah. So therefore, this size should be equal with this. You understand? So in first case, how much was a tru'ah? 3 small dots. So how much would be tkiyah, the simple voice before? At least 3 small dots. The length of the voice should be at least 3 small dots.
Or longer.
Or longer. Now in this case, it's already not 3 small dots, it's 6 small dots. Because it's longer, it's shvarim. Now in this case, according to Rashi, it's going to be 9. You see? Each one going to have 2 dots, right? At least inside of them. It's a time limit for them. So 6 plus 3, it's 9. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 9 and 9, right? So this is according to Rashi. How should be tkiyot? Tkiyah according to Rashi, the first one is the short one, second is bigger, third one is the biggest one.
How many altogether right now?
Now,
Sounds?
that's why do we do those all up? Because to be yotze all the opinions, to perform the mitzvah on most possible level of performance of that mitzvah, to do it proper way, the mitzvah done all according to all opinions. Now, why do we do these voices? Why do we do these voices and these voices? So Gemara says, what's called tru'ah? According to Targum, it says Yom Tru'ah yeh lachem, Yom Yevava. What's Yevava means? It means, some say Yeluli miyalel or Ginuchi ganach. Gemara says, some say it's Yeluli yalel, it's Ginuchi ganach. Rashi explains in the Gemara, it means like person who has a pain in the heart, and because of pain he's bringing out a voice. That's a pain of the. Or somebody, Yeluli miyalel, somebody who cries, it goes like, you understand? So that's a. So Gemara says, oh, this called tru'ah, oh, this called tru'ah, or both of them called tru'ah, which people do regularly. They do out of pain, oy. You understand? So that's a way they change, right? So maybe this called tru'ah. So since we don't know, Gemara says, we don't know which one is what, we do all of them. Rishonim say we do all of them in order to perform the mitzvah on the best performance of that mitzvah. So therefore we do all of them. That's Shitat Rashi and Rabbeinu Hananel. But different Rishonim, Tosfot and other Rishonim, they bring that the tru'ah that the Torah said, it's 3 times 3. Meaning, In this case, now we're going to do how Halacha L'Maaseh today. That's how we should blow shofar, and you should pay attention now very carefully. So we're going to explain the same thing. Was Rashi and Rabbeinu Hananel, and now we explain according to other Rishonim and how Shulchan Aruch, Maran Shulchan Aruch brought this halacha. Now, so according to one opinion, we said Truah would be called as small voices. Oy, 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 oy. How do we do it? So how many times it is? At least 9. 3 times 3. 1, 2, 3. So how many voices are there? 9. 2. It's 9 voices. So now, how much would be Tkiyah, the simple voice before, and how much would be Tkiyah afterwards, simple voice afterwards?
More than 9.
How much is going to be? Not less than the 9, remember. Meaning, the time limit of this should equal this. How long will it take for you to do two? Should be this long. Meaning, in this length, you should be able to feed 9 of those small pieces. You understand that? Or more, not less. That's a tarat.
What about the 9?
We call it Tkiyah, Truah, Tkiyah. So it should be Tatat, Tkiyah, Truah, also tough. Why they use the Resh? Because if they use Taf, it's the same thing, so you will not know difference. So they use second letter. That's called Tarat. Now, second would be what? Shvarim. Shvarim is broken voice, right? So what do? We do again Tkiyah. We do Shvarim. Now, and we do again Tkiyah. Now, this is called Tashat, Taf, Shin, Shvarim, Tkiyah. Tashat, right? Tarat, Tashat. Now, be careful. How much Shvarim would be here?
3 each.
Over here, since we're not following the Rashi over here, Rashi said be careful not to make it more than 2, because if you do more than 2, it would be equal to Tkiyah up here, right? So over here you could make even 4 or 5. Longer, because for us, Tkiyah, it's at least 9. There's no less than 9 Tkiyah. So therefore you could prolong it. You understand that? So let's say we do it 3, like toot, it's like a 3, right? 1, 2, 3, dries up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. According to Halacha, even you do a little bit more than 3, it's fine. That's what Maran holds. And that's Halacha is. So therefore over here, Tkiyah would be the same. Also 9, at least 9, not less than 9. The big issue comes when you do the longest one. The longest one in this case would be those both together. So how do we do this? So listen, I'm going to move a little bit so you can see. We're going to do the diagram here. Look at this. It's going to be Tkiyah. It's going to be Shvarim. It's going to be 9 times.
How is this called?
Tashrat. You will see now. 3, 9, and long Tkiyah. Now be careful here. You have to understand what will happen here. Tkiyah, Shvarim, Truah, Tkiyah, Tashrat. Now, regularly this is what we go first, Tashrat, then we do Tashat, then we do Tarat. But I started this way so you could learn it proper way. So listen carefully. In this case, since we combined the 2 opinions of Truah with Shvarim and Truah together, right? How much would be Tkiah? We said the rule is how much is Truah, the same way should be Tkiah, right? So if Truah 9, Tkiah is also 9 simple voices, the time of 9 simple voices. If Tkiah is not 9, over here is 9 plus also 9 at least, right?
18.
So how much should be Tkiah over here in Tashrat? The longest Tkiah, according to Maran and Bet Yosef, some say it should be 18 turmitin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 18 times, meaning with this Tkiah, within this Tkiah you should be able to do 18 times.
Oh.
Do you understand? You don't actually do 2. You just have to feel the limit of it. At least, why? Since your Tkiah, that's what called Tkiah in this case. Because of Safek, because of doubt. Do you understand
So
that?
you're counting while you're blowing, you count.
Yeah, but you have to know already. You have to train yourself to know that you could do longer tkiyot, as long as possible. You could do longer truot, not 9, not less than 9, but you could do longer than 9.
Shvarim.
Like shvarim, also you could do 4, 5,
Minimum 3.
but minimum 3.
Three
Minimum
like-
9,
like
minimum 3.
Below 3 that it consists of the 3, 2.
Yes, yes. You could do them shorter, as long as they're not short as this. They should not be the same, but you have to do it longer. For example, I'll show you now how to do it with real shofar, so you would know. So do you understand that the longest tkiah? Some people they don't know that. This should be longest tkiah, 18 kolot, 18 voices, small voices inside. You should be able to feed. So many people don't know. Now, quickly, were you allowed to breathe? We're not allowed to breathe. People don't know about this. Halacha is within the tkiah, you're not allowed to breathe. You cannot do two. You cannot do like such a thing. Can you breathe between the stops in different voices?
Yes.
Halacha is yes, you're allowed to breathe. Halacha is you're allowed to, but it's not practical. Why? The problem is when you breathe, you could lose the form of the catching of the shofar, and what would happen?
Everybody stops.
No, stopping, you have to stop. You cannot do it straight voice like this. Listen, you cannot make it without a stop.
No way.
You have to differentiate. You have to do you understand? You had different. Now to breathe, you're allowed over here, in between, and over here also. Over here, in between tru'ah, in between shvarim, you're not allowed to breathe. But when we come to combination of tashrat, there is a machloket, and big argument if you're allowed to breathe or not in between those two voices. Some say no. Since we do because of machloket, we combine them, that's what called tru'ah. So since that's all together called tru'ah, you're not allowed to breathe in the middle. Some say, wait, still it's two voices. Since it is two voices, so you should make a stop and breathe in. So Maran says, Yirei Shamayim, people who have fear of God, should do both opinions. So with the tashrat, it's not going to be easy for people, they have to know this. Some people, they take a voice and blow at once everything. That's not good. They have to know where to stop. So Maran says, the first 30 blows with the shofar, you should make with no breath inside. Meaning, you do like this. Toot, 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 and long. Meaning, you don't stop to breathe. Then we repeat another 30 blows, and we do when we daven lachash of Musaf. Over there, you should make breath inside. You should take a breath inside. You should breathe. You have to. You have to in order to do both opinions. So how do? You do toot, 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 toot. Now, every time between the voices, you have to make as little stop, less than the breath, less than the taking breath. To differentiate, for example, toot, you should stop a little bit, less than taking breath, and should continue. You don't have to breathe, but you should stop. You should not connect like toot, 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 like without the stop. You should not make it. You have to differentiate between the voices. Now, how many times altogether we blow shofar on Rosh Hashanah? Halacha is it's enough to do 10 times, 10 kolot. But because of doubt, and 3 times it says in Torah, we do 30 times, and 30 times it's enough, more than enough, midoraita. So because of doubt, we don't know, we do out of chibuv of mitzvah. We love mitzvah to show the appreciation to Hashem. How we love mitzvah, we do more to Hashem. All together becomes 100. So in short, first 30 voices. We say bracha, 2 brachot on first day, Lishmoa kol shofar and Shechiyanu. Everybody answers amen, sits down and listens carefully, no talking. From the beginning of Tkiyot till the end of the Tkiyot, no talking besides the tefillah and listening to shofar, nothing else. And answering amen. You're not allowed to talk. So they blow shofar and listen. In between, some in their mind they make a tshuva. First 30 kolot, first 30 voices, you make tshuva for avodah zarah. And it says in Sidurim they bring the vidui there. You could read with your avodah zarah today. Rambam says any ideas that they go against ideas of Torah, that could be called avodah zarah. Avodah zarah, it means strange work. Anything that goes against Torah, it's called avodah zarah. You should know this. Any ideas against the Torah, ideology against the Torah, it's called avodah zarah. It's strange work. It's not work for Hashem. It's strange. Now, second 30 voices we do in Musaf while making malchuyot, zichronot, and shofarot. We do in Musaf, and there in Musaf, every time that the Chazan starts to blow, if you with him together, it's good. If not, you have to stop in middle. You finish the bracha and stop in middle, and listen to shofar, and then you continue your prayer. Now, those 30 to weaken the power of Gilui Arayot. Gilui Arayot, it's adultery. The power of adultery, second ones, right. The third 30 we do when Chazan repeats the Shmonais, the Tefillah of Musaf.
It's not only adultery, it's all sexual.
Adultery, that's anything that connected to this. Yeah. Adultery is not only Eshet Ish by Torah, it's more than 30 prohibitions in Torah. Zera Lavatala, and Shpichut, you understand? All the things connected to adultery. That people spill their seed in vain. And okay. Now, another 30 that we blow, 60 we explain now, another 30 till 90, it's to weaken the power of Shpichut Damim, of killing people, also connected to the sin of the spilling seed in vain. Right? To weaken this power in the world, because by blowing shofar, we actually soften the judges according to Kabbalah. So therefore, Ashrei Ha'am Yodei Teruah, it says, the happiest people that they know how to blow shofar and know how to weaken power of judges and to soften the judges to the world, to make possible for world to be existed. And Zohar says, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai used to separate the Baal Tokea and Chazan, used to separate them 3 days before Rosh Hashanah to sanctify them, because he said they are the ones who will make the world to be existed for another year. You understand how important in this avodah. And people, they think they take a shofar and they could go and blow up everything upstairs. That's wrong. You have to do according to halacha. The fourth time we blow shofar, 10 kolot, 10 times in Titkabal, in Kaddish, right after the tefillah, and this is levatel koach lashon hara, right, to weaken the power or to nullify the power of lashon hara, which is equal to those three sins of either worshiping, adultery, and murder. Okay, so those in a short was tkiyot. First time after brachot, we do 3 times tashrat, then we do 3 times tashat, then we do 3 times tarat. In order to perform what Torah says 3 times tru'ah, maybe this is tru'ah 3 times, maybe this is tru'ah 3 times, maybe this is tru'ah 3 times. Altogether 30. If you count, it's 30 voices. 1, 2, 3, 6, and 4. So 10, 3 times, 30. Then in tefillah, we do tashrat, tashat, tarat. Every time. On malchuyot, on zichronot, on shofarot, we do tashrat, tashat, tarat. And like this, we finish the tefillah, and all of them we do like this. So in short, that's the laws of tkiyot that the people have to know. Now, again, I'm going to repeat. The first, some say, if somebody blow tarat at once, meaning he didn't stop, he did like this, some say he's not yotzei, he didn't do the mitzvah. Some say if somebody he stopped in the middle, he made and continued, he breathed in the middle, also not yotzei, it's a fsek.
Has to do it again.
Yeah, has to do it again. So there is a halachot that the people have to know, and there's a certain things that connected with Kabbalah. We're not going to discuss it today, but people have to know halacha before they do the mitzvah, and that's why we're posting this video. B'ezrat Hashem. Shana Tova u'Morechet Baruch Adonai L'Olam. Amen.